theme and might well contain strong scenes of sex or violence.
Oh my god, it's so bright. Hang on, let me try. No, yeah, I'm wearing sunglasses, mate. It's too hot. It's too bright. Welcome to the British Journal of Mad Science Films, which is the very long title that we don't really use anymore. So this is episode 46. General news. A good friend of ours who we've given shout outs in the past has recently completed, over 2 days, shot 2 short films, horror short films.
Yes, Craig Fisher. Well done to
Fish
you,
Boy!
sir. Kicking ours.
Is it 82? Is that his Twitter, Instagram hook? I'm going to say Fishboy82, but then I might be aging Craig way too much.
I don't know how old Craig is.
I don't reckon Craig's that old though.
I reckon Craig's 23.
Yeah.
I'm just being nice there, Craig.
Let's go. Alright, Fishboy92.
You're welcome.
Actually, 2002. No, that might be too young. Anyway, so Craig's done, 2 horror shorts, which I've been lucky enough. Well, I mean, firstly, Jim lent some kit.
The thing with this community of filmmakers is, the good thing about it is you can, you get to know people, great people, and if you haven't got anything in particular, whether it be equipment, locations, Jim's lent his house to people, you can always ask, and everybody's up for it, and everybody's willing, and that's fantastic, because this equipment costs a bit of money. So if somebody's got some, like in particular they lent a adapter, they shoot on a GH4 I think, so they need the metal bones. I have one, and I understand it costs fucking hundreds of pounds. So have a lend. I trust these people, they know what they're doing, and they're nice people. So favours.
Yeah, I mean, we've known Craig for years. I mean, one of the great things for us in South Wales, and us older generation, was there was this thing called Film Shed, which was before Facebook had blown up and taken over the entire internet. A really cool guy, Steve Pearce, love you Steve, set up Film Shed, which was just like a film forum, and it was meant to be global, but because he was South Wales based, and obviously a lot of his friends and people who knew him and worked with him, we just got into the habit of sharing kit, sharing skills, and that's how me and Jim got to know each other, and loads of other people I still work with today. There's similar stuff with Facebook, but I think with Facebook, because it's such a bigger community, until you've actually worked with people, there's obviously that weird awkwardness about lending what could be really expensive stuff to complete strangers. And what's really cool about the 2 shorts, over a weekend as well, so hats off. I think they're micro shorts, so 5 minutes and under. Yeah, I know they are.
And they shot through the night too.
Yeah.
Which is no easy picnic.
Not at all. But they're very stylistically very different as well. One's kind of much more naturally shot, and one is very much like our love as well, like that 80s Argento, Inferno colours. I was lucky enough, he showed me rough cuts of both. Great, really good, really good. It's so fun, to when you know somebody and they put out these shorts and you're I just enjoy that as a viewer. Short films, sometimes I can find them really indulgent and pretentious. They can go on too long. I think one's 3 minutes, one's 4 minutes. They get in and out, they tell a really good story. So one of them's Don't Be Bad, which is the very 80s feeling one, and the other one's Midnight Jester. The Jester, Midnight Jester, would be brilliant as a central, it could be a slasher killer to watch, or, maybe not slasher, but, your featured killer, It's a great design.
Could be a franchise, possibly.
Yeah, I don't know, I can't remember who did the makeup on it. I think it might have been James Pitt of Sinister FX. We've seen his stuff before. Great visuals. Would love, you could imagine it on a VHS box. You'd want to see a feature film.
I've seen some production stills, and it looks very, very good.
Hit Craig up, man. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Okay.
But I know he's submitting it to Fest. He was in a rush to submit it to a festival that's coming up soon. So fingers crossed for him.
It's also good to see how technology is helping. I'm aware of some of the production
they had some good
equipment used, and the fair play, they had some nice kit to hand.
They had a nice
fantastic.
Yeah, they had you knew they had a drone stuff, and they definitely used some of the shots from the drone.
Yeah, which is, I mean, what you can do nowadays, and it does cost money, but it's to hand, it's not out of view.
I've got a controversial opinion about drones.
Really?
Sometimes, and not in this one, because I think it's fine for what they're going for, but sometimes...
Overused.
Yeah, and I feel bad for saying that because, like, you know, I help out on a drone surveying company and all of that. But don't you feel like sometimes it's like, you know, obligatory drone shot?
Yeah.
But I suppose that's true with any bit of kit, isn't it?
You have to, because I mean, there's like sliders. Like I love a slide, and you can overuse the slider. You know,
what did we do that? We completely. Oh, the Little Monster teaser trailer for the book. I watched that again. That pops up in the trailer.
we slid.
Every shot was fucking slid.
I think I just bought my rail and I was like, yeah, I need to try this out. You're like, yeah, I think we shot, edited, and exported it in one day, didn't we?
One morning. Yeah,
one morning.
9 till 12. We went from
that was
an idea
day as well.
Yeah, we went from an idea to a uploaded on Facebook.
Yeah, just boom, 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 get it up there.
But yeah, I think that's the thing is, and because drones have become like so popular
and accessible.
I mean,
very accessible.
We're guilty of it. Like we shot something for Little Monster with a drone, and at the moment it's cut from there, but it was like, you know, oh, we've got to have it in there, and it just pulls you out, and stylistically, because of what Little Monster's about, you know, it's meant to be in quite a claustrophobic sequence of the film.
I also think the drones, yes, there's higher end drones, but the drones within our kind of price range, there's not so. It's just one shot you can do really, high aerial, moving slowly, nicely stabilized, and that's it. You know, you can't really kind of bring it down to like eye level and then really pan. So it's
you shouldn't be for.
You shouldn't be doing it. So you are quite limited, and it's only one certain type of shot you can really get with a drone. So, but maybe
having said that, if it's the right film, then absolutely. I mean, I'd love to see, you know, like killer drone films. You know, like the drones go crazy and start, you know, attacking people. How they do that safely, I don't know.
Probably can't.
I think it would be a fun thing to kind of see. But yeah, no. In having said all of that, in Craig's film, it's fine. It's kind of like a crane shot, and I think that's, you know, an affordable alternative. It didn't scream drone shot, but at the same time,
if you can,
having known the behind the scenes,
I think if you can use the drone in a way which, like crane shots and things like that, which is not a typical kind of shot for the drone, then I think you can get away with it. But the odd one is fine. The odd slide is fine. Just don't overdo it. Don't treat your project like a show reel.
Mad Science News! So, big one for Mad Science. Really proud we can finally announce, and we were a small part of it. Arrow Video, expert Blu-ray boutique label. There's history of me sucking their dick previously, before.
And here's a clip now.
Film one of the extras for the new Torso, which is a US release of a classic giallo film by Sergio Martino. So, firstly, it was awesome for me because I got a hook up with Michael Coven, one of my former lecturers. So I popped over to Worcester, interviewed him, and also, as you'll know from previous episodes, interviewed him about a bunch of other stuff as well. It was basically a really cool excuse to have a natter with a really well-informed film guy for 2 hours and film it, and then chop it up and use it for different pieces. There's loads of stuff there which, even on the DVD and everything, like, we can't release because it was shocking. some
Yeah,
of the
some
stuff
very
he was
good
going to do.
opinions.
He had some strong
Particularly on
opinions.
backyard iPhone filmmakers.
Oh yeah. Oh no, we did use that. We did.
Did
put
we?
That, well, we put that in the episode. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know that.
Well, check that out because that's a class. I
yeah,
like the
episode
feature of that.
whatever that was. But yeah, that did upset some people.
Did it?
I had some people come back to me going, "Dude," I'm like, "Yeah, but
Fuck 'em!
You think if you're a festival organizer and you've had to wade through hundreds of that stuff. I mean, I've been a festival judge, so like typically there's like a pre-selection committee, right? And then I still have to watch like 30 odd films. And at the end of those 30, I think I did the Cardiff Mini Festival, I watched 39. The ones, you know, which were high quality, but they were still some drag. And that was after the pre-selection committee had to do heavy lifting. Thanks guys. Cheers to Michael Coven. We've got a extra feature on the Torso release. It's a fantastic release. It's American only, but if you've got a region free Blu-ray player, I would recommend picking it up. There's some other cool stuff on there as well. Phil Escott, back in Abattoir 2017, got to interview Sergio, the director, live as part of a Q&A. I hadn't actually seen it because I wanted to go but couldn't get tickets to go. But what I understand is that's a great feature in itself. One of my internet friends, so not a real life person I've met, but you know, like fake internet friends, Kat Ellinger, she's got a amazing video essay on there as well, which looks fantastic. Check it out. We'll drop some links in there.
We love you, Arrow.
Wow.
I went licking.
Yeah.
You're fucking welcome.
Lubricant's important. Basically, as soon as the opportunity arose, I grabbed it with both hands, scheduled the interview, even though it's about a 2.5 hour drive to Worcester, scheduled it as soon as possible, grabbed the footage, and then the day after, I had a rough cut back to them. And I say rough cut, it was pretty close to what it ended up being. Yeah, I mean, my rough cuts tend to be fairly tight, you know. But, you know, I want the opportunity, I want people to know that I get it done quickly, on the ball in the biz. So that's what I'd recommend to anybody who's, you know, kind of gunning for any corporate jobs or behind the scenes or paid filming gigs is just go after those opportunities, grab them with both hands, and then just make sure the turnaround is quick. Because I think that's one of the things that, especially for the producers of these things, is they want to be able to confirm, yes, we've got this extra. Because they're going to have press releases and they're going to have fans interested in what the extra features are.
I think when we've been doing this for so long, it's just like reflex.
Yeah.
It's just like instant. We know what needs to be done. Boom, boom, boom.
Exactly.
There's no 1 minute an hour in.
Before I'd even filmed the interview, I'd created the title cards for the project. I'd created the project. I'd managed to, you know, download some audio from the film, you know, some poster images as well. So the file was created, it was all ready to go. So when I came back, literally, you know, bunged the SD card into the back of the Mac, downloaded the footage, and started shopping. The reason this was a difficult job was because it was me and Mike just chatting for like, you know, 2 hours solid, and they wanted, you know, between 20 and 30 minutes extra feature. So it was hacking away. Other stuff obviously appeared in, you know, like some episodes, because that was more relevant to, you know, the episodes that we were talking about rather than the film itself. But yeah, absolutely worth checking out. Led to another job because they were so impressed with the turnaround, which again, I mean, that's what you want, is you want people to go, oh, you need something done quickly. Have a word with those guys.
Word of mouth?
Yeah, so within 24 hours of me having done the interview and zapped back the rough cut, somebody else working for Arrow kind of went, oh, could you edit this stuff? So this one was just a pure edit job. That was an interesting challenge, you know, editing, because I had no input into the questions asked or how it was filmed or anything like that. So, you know, I had the raw materials and just had to, you know, make something out of it. Enjoyed it though for all the different challenges of that too. That's done and dusted. Can't announce what it is. Another Arrow release though, and when it does come out, I think it's a UK release as well as a US one. Yes, very exciting. It's a new-ish territory for Arrow. I think they've done the October releases, so I'm guessing it'll be a November release. They'll announce it. But awesome that Arrow kind of getting into that subgenre. It's not something that I'm aware of they've really tackled in the past. So, oh yeah, good stuff. Thank you, Arrow, not only for the work, but also as a fan for putting out some good stuff. In 5, 4, 3,